Have you ever looked at your life, your job, your relationships, your routines, and felt absolutely nothing? You wake up, go through the motions, say the right things, smile at the right people, but underneath it all, silence. But it's not peace, it's numbness, like you're watching your own life play out on a screen, with the sound turned off. Maybe you've wondered if you're just burnt out, or depressed. But what if it's deeper than that? What if what you're experiencing isn't just psychological, but existential? In this video, we would explore why nothing feels real anymore, and why the 20th century philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre may have diagnosed your reality collapse decades before you were even born. This isn't just another how to fix your life video. This is about unraveling the illusion and asking if the person you think you are is just a mask you've forgotten how to take off. Jean-Paul Sartre called it bad faith, the lie we tell ourselves to avoid confronting the truth of our freedom. It's the subtle self-deception that convinces you your life must be this way, that your role is fixed, that your choices are limited. But here's the harsh realization. You feel numb not because life has lost meaning, but because you're living someone else's script. That persona you've built, the professional, the friend, the partner, it may not be you. It's a mask layered over years of compromise, fear, and expectation. Social media only amplifies this illusion, turning your life into a performance with an invisible audience. And every time you trade truth for comfort, you lose a little more of your real self. Sartre wrote, "Man is nothing else but what he makes of himself." So ask yourself, what parts of your life are just performances you've forgotten to stop acting out? In his novel Nausea, Sartre describes a feeling that goes beyond sadness or anxiety, a kind of existential sickness. It isn't a reaction to something wrong, but a reaction to seeing things exactly as they are, without labels, without meaning, without the stories we tell ourselves. Suddenly, a chair isn't just a chair. It's a shapeless, absurd object that only means something because you decided it does. That's what nausea is. It's the gut punch realization that nothing carries inherent meaning. You might have felt it during a moment of quiet, staring at your reflection, and for a split second, not recognizing the person looking back, or lying in bed, fully awake, overwhelmed by the absurd silence of everything. Sartre wrote, "I exist, that is all, and I find it nauseating." The numbness you feel isn't emptiness. It's your mind revolting against the fake structure of a world you didn't build. Ask yourself, has your mind ever screamed in a moment of total silence? We're taught to aspire to a normal life, stable job, partner, home, weekends off. But Sartre would argue that normality is often just another prison, a set of roles handed to you by a society too afraid to ask if any of it is real. You're told to go to school, get a job, follow the path, not because it's meaningful, but because everyone else is doing it. And slowly that borrowed structure starts to replace your own desires. You wake up one day and realize you've built a life that looks right, but feels wrong. You feel disconnected, not because you're broken, but because you're living a narrative that isn't yours. Sartre's philosophy rips the mask off this illusion, reminding you that authenticity cannot exist inside a life designed by fear. What parts of your normal feel real, and which feel like you're still acting on a stage built by someone else? Here's the paradox. You crave meaning, but real meaning demands real responsibility. It's easier to feel numb than to accept that no one is coming to save you, that everything you want from life must be created, not found. Sartre's philosophy hits like a cold wind. You must invent yourself, not discover. Invent. There's no essence hiding beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered. Existence precedes essence, he wrote. You exist first. Then you must choose who to become. And that is terrifying. There's no script, no safety net, no one to blame. But that fear, that's freedom in disguise. Your numbness is not a flaw. It's the pain of potential denied. You're not broken. You're unformed. And that's not weakness. That's power. Because in this moment, you can choose to stop performing and start creating. But if you decide to wake up, you'll lose the comfort of sleep forever. Accepting the truth doesn't mean rejecting the world. It means reshaping it. Sartre believed that while life is absurd, we're not condemned to despair. We're invited to create. The numbness you feel is not a death sentence, it's an invitation. You are not supposed to find meaning. You are supposed to choose it. Even your inaction is a choice. Even silence is a voice. The longer you search for something real, the more you forget that reality isn't something you find, it's something you commit to. What if your numbness isn't a glitch, but a signal? A signal that the story you're living doesn't belong to you. Sartre's harshest truth is also his most empowering. No one is coming. No higher truth. No final answer. Only you, and the responsibility to create a life worth living. You are the meaning. You've always been the meaning. You feel numb because you've outsourced meaning. You've waited for life to hand you truth, direction, certainty. But Sartre doesn't offer comfort, he offers truth. And the truth is brutal. You are your life, and nothing else. There's no script, no rescue. Just you, facing the void. But in that void is the freedom to create something real, something yours. The final illusion isn't the world. It's the belief that someone else is responsible for it. So now, the question lingers, not for me to answer, but for you to sit with. If your life is entirely your responsibility, what will you choose to make real today?